Shalom, shalom, everybody, man. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody doing good. Welcome back to the next edition of Reading with Shilo. It's Shilo in the house. Shilo is in here. And we're going to go ahead and try to get into this early reading. I know I've been reading late, real late at night these last couple of, last about week or so. Shit, I've been enjoying the readings late. I wish people would be up with me. But, hey, catching on the back end. YouTube, I apologize, man. I haven't been diligent in uploading any videos, but we will be on it so that way I can upload everything that has been missed for whatever doesn't make it. So we're here to get into chapters 55 through chapter 57 of the ancient book of Jasher. We are moving right along, man. It has 91 chapters in the book, and we already in the 50s. We already in the 50s. Shit, we almost in the 60s. We almost in the 60s. We're on chapter 55. Israelites settled in Egypt, man. Jacob just found out Joseph was alive, and he was so glad. Joseph sent home money and gifts and stuff for all the children and all of his nieces and nephews, his brothers' wives, and for his father, for his brothers. Everybody got something. He was like, Oprah, you get a gift, you get a gift, you get a gift. Everybody get gifts. It was live, man. It was about to go down in Egypt. Egypt was scared of them Israelite boys because they was about to ramsack through Egypt, man, behind their brother Benjamin. There was some X-Men stuff going on. And if you missed it, baby, you missed it, baby. You missed a good one. You missed a good one. So I advise you to go back and check out chapters 50 through 54. Yeah, 50 through 54. It was some good ones, man. It was some good stuff happening. Some amazing things was happening with Jacob and his sons in the last couple of chapters. But we're going to jump into the next chapters and see what we can learn and maybe something will hit you to make you think, make you reflect and change your mind frame. And let's move forward and do better. Let's do better. Let's do better what we've been doing. But let's get into it. The ancient book of Jasher, as referenced in Joshua 10 and 13, 2 Samuel 1 and 8, 2 Samuel 1 and 18, and also 2 Timothy 3 and 8. 3 and 8. Man, we've been reading good, so we're going to see. I hope that it goes just as good today as it has been going. So let's get into it. The Israelites settled in Egypt. And it came to pass after this that Jacob said, I will go and see my son in Egypt, and then come back to the land of Canaan of which God had spoken unto Abraham, for I cannot leave the land of my birthplace. Behold, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Go down to Egypt with all thy household and remain there. Fear not to go down to Egypt, for I will there make thee a great nation. And Jacob said unto him within himself, I will go and see my son, whether the fear of his God is yet in his heart amidst all the inhabitants of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Fear not about Joseph, for he still retaineth his integrity to serve me, as well as will seem good in thy sight. And Jacob rejoiced exceedingly concerning his son. At that time, Jacob commanded his sons and household to go to Egypt according to the word of the Lord unto him. And Jacob rose up with his sons and all his household, and he went out from the land of Canaan, from Beersheba, with joy and gladness of heart. And they went to the land of Egypt. And they went to the land of Egypt. And it came to pass, when they came near Egypt, Jacob sent Judah before him to Joseph, that he might show him a situation in Egypt. And Judah did according to the word of his father. And he hastened and ran and came to Joseph. And they assigned for them a place in the land of Goshen for all his household. And Judah returned and came along the road to his father. And Joseph harnessed the chariot, and he assembled all his mighty men and his servants and all the officers of Egypt in order to go and meet his father Jacob. And Joseph's mandate was proclaimed in Egypt, saying, All that all that do not go to meet Jacob shall die. Oh, it's already starting. And on the next day, Joseph went forth with all Egypt, a great and mighty host, all dressed in garments of fine linen and purple, and with instruments of silver and gold, and with their instruments of war with them. And they all went to meet Jacob with all sorts of musical instruments, with drums and timbrels, stirring mire and aloes along the road, and they all went after this fashion, and the earth shook at their shouting. And it's still a thought. When I read that last night, man, how many of us have ever felt the earth shake from shouting, from so great a number of people shouting? And all the women of Egypt went upon the roofs of Egypt and upon the walls to meet Jacob. And upon the head of Joseph was Pharaoh's regal crown, for Pharaoh had sent it unto him to put on at the time of his going to meet his father. And when Joseph came within 50 cubits of his father, he alighted from the chariot and he walked toward his father. And when all the officers of Egypt and her nobles saw that Joseph had gone on foot toward his father, they also alighted and walked on foot toward Jacob. And when Jacob approached the camp of Joseph, Jacob observed the camp that was coming toward him with Joseph, and it gratified him, and Jacob was astonished at it. And Jacob said unto Judah, Who is this man whom I see in the camp of Egypt, dressed in kingly robes, with a very red garment upon him, and a royal crown upon his head? Who has alighted from this chariot, and is coming towards us? And Judah answered his father, saying, He is thy son Joseph, the king. And Jacob rejoiced in seeing the glory of his son. And Joseph came nigh unto his father, and he bowed to his father. And all the men of the camp bowed to the ground with him before Jacob. And behold, Jacob ran and hastened to his son Joseph, and fell upon his neck, and kissed and kissed him. And they wept, and all the people of Egypt wept with them. Now I will die cheerfully after I have seen thy face and their wives. Get down. Thank you. And the sons of Jacob, and wept greatly with him. And Joseph and all his people returned afterward home to Egypt. And Jacob and his sons and all the children of his household came to Joseph to Egypt. And Joseph placed them in the best part of Egypt, in the land of Goshen. That's right, in the land of Goshen. And Joseph said unto his father and unto his brethren, I will go up and tell Pharaoh, saying, My brethren and my father's household and all belonging to them have come unto me. And behold, they are in the land of Goshen. And Joseph did so, and took from his brethren Reuben, Issachar, Zebulun, and his brother Benjamin, and he placed them before Pharaoh. And Joseph spoke unto Pharaoh, saying, My brethren and my father's household, and all belonging to them, together with all their flocks and cattle, have come unto me from the land of Canaan to sojourn in Egypt. For the famine was sore upon them. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Place thy father and brethren in the best part of the land. Withhold not from them all that is good, and cause them to eat of the fat of the land. The fat of the land. Yes, sir. And Joseph answered, saying, Behold, I have stationed them in the land of Goshen, for they are shepherds. Therefore, let them remain with thy brethren, all that they shall say unto thee. And the sons of Jacob bowed down to Pharaoh, and they went forth from him in peace. Put the instructions up, son. And Joseph afterward brought his father before Pharaoh. And Jacob came and bowed down to Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And he then went out, and Jacob and all his sons and all his household dwelt in the land of Goshen. 22:38 a.m. Jacob settles in Goshen. In the second year, that is in the 130th year of the life of Jacob, Joseph maintained his father. Yes, he maintained his father and his brethren and all his father's household with bread according to their little ones all the days of the famine. They lacked nothing. And Joseph gave unto them the best part of the whole land, and the best part of Egypt had they all the days of Joseph. And Joseph also gave unto them and unto the whole of his family's household clothes and garments year by year. And the sons of Jacob remained securely in Egypt all the days of their brothers. And Jacob always ate at Joseph's table. Jacob and his sons did not leave Joseph's table day or night, besides what Jacob's children consumed in their houses. And all Egypt ate bread during the days of the famine from the house of Joseph, for all the Egyptians sold all belonging to them on account of the famine. And Joseph purchased all the lands and fields of Egypt for bread on the account of Pharaoh. And Joseph supplied all Egypt with bread all the days of the famine. And Joseph collected all the silver and gold that came unto him from the corn which they had brought throughout the land. And he accumulated much gold and silver, besides an immense quantity of onyx stones, bdellium, and valuable garments, which they brought unto Joseph for every part of the land when their money was spent. And Joseph took all the silver and gold that came into his hands, about 72 talents of gold and silver, and also onyx stone and bdellium in great abundance. And Joseph went and concealed them in 4 parts. And he concealed one part in the wilderness near the Red Sea, and one part by the river Parath, and gave it unto all his brothers and unto all his father's household in the treasury. And the days of the famine ceased after that in the land. And they sowed and reaped in the whole land, and they obtained their usual quantity year by year. They lacked nothing. They lacked nothing. And Joseph dwelt securely in Egypt, and the whole land was under his advice. And his father and all his brethren dwelt in the land of Goshen and took possession in it. And Joseph was very aged, advanced in days, and his 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, remained constantly in the house of Jacob, together with the children of the sons of Jacob, their brethren, to learn the ways of the Lord and his laws. And Jacob and his sons dwelt in the land of Egypt and in the land of Goshen, and they took possession in it, and they were fruitful and multiplied in it. Hey, either y'all gonna be in here and be quiet, sit down and listen. All right. Chapter 56. Jacob's death. 22:55 a.m. Jacob dies. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. And the days of Jacob and the years of his life were 147 years. At that time, Jacob was attacked with that illness of which he died. And he sent and called for his sons Joseph from Egypt. And Joseph his son came from Egypt, and Joseph came unto his father. And Jacob said unto Joseph and unto his sons, Behold, I die. And the God of our ancestors will visit you and bring you back to the land which the Lord sware to give unto you and unto your children after you. Therefore, when I am dead, bury me in the cave which is in Machpelah, in Hebron, in the land of Canaan, near my ancestors. And Jacob made his son swear to bury him in Machpelah, in Hebron, and his son swore unto him concerning this thing. And he commanded them, saying, Serve the Lord your God, for he who delivered your fathers will also deliver you from all trouble. That's a key one right there. That's a key point right there. And he commanded them, saying, Serve the Lord your God, for he who delivered your fathers will also deliver you from all trouble. From all trouble. For he who delivered your fathers will also deliver you from all troubles. And Jacob said, call all your children unto me. And all the children of Jacob's sons came and sat before him. And Jacob blessed them. And he said unto them, the Lord God of your fathers shall grant you 1,000 times as much and bless you. And may he give you the blessing of your father Abraham. And all the children of Jacob's sons went forth on that day after he had blessed them. And the next day Jacob again called for his sons, and they all assembled and came to him and sat before him. And Jacob on that day blessed his sons before his death. Each man did he bless according to his blessing. Behold, it is written in the book of the law of the Lord appertaining to Israel. And Jacob said unto Judah, I know, my son, that thou art a mighty man for thy brethren. Reign over them, and thy sons shall reign over their sons forever. Reign over them, and thy sons shall reign over them forever. Only teach thy sons the bow and all the weapons of war, in order that they might fight the battles of their brothers who will rule over his enemies. And Jacob again commanded his sons on that day, saying, behold, I shall be this day gathered unto my people. Carry me up from Egypt, and bury me in the cave of Machpelah, as I have commanded you. Howbeit, take heed, I pray you, that none of your sons carry me, only yourselves. And this is the manner you shall do unto me. When you carry my body to go with it to the land of Canaan to bury me, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun shall carry my bear, B-I-E-R. Let's see what that means, because I don't know what that means. B-I-E-R. And how to pronounce it, because I believe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Biennial, buyer. The frame of which a coffin or corpse is taken to its burial. So I guess they're like, he wants them to be the coffin bearers. At the east side, Reuben, Simeon, and Gad at the south, Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin at the west, Dan, Asher, and Naphtali at the north. This makes me think, is this the same way? I have to look in the Bible to see if this is the same way that when the land was divided, did they get is this how they separated the land according to how they all carried Jacob? So let me mark that. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Are you done, Daddy? Are you done reading? No, sir, I'm not done reading. I still have more to go, sir. Yeah? I still have more to go, sir. Oh, I see. Let not Levi carry with you, for he and his sons will carry the ark of the covenant of the Lord with the Israelites in the camp. Neither let Joseph, my son, carry, for as a king, so let his glory be. Howbeit, Ephraim and Manasseh shall be in their stead. Thus shall you do unto me when you carry me away. Do not neglect anything of all that I commanded you, and it shall come to pass when you do this unto me, that the Lord will remember you favorably, and your children after you forever. Make sure you put them back when you're done, sons. And you, my sons, honor each his brother and his relative, and command your children and your children's children after you to serve the Lord God for your ancestors all the days, in order that you might prolong your days in the land, you and your children and your children's children forever, when you do what is good and upright in the sight of the Lord your God, to go in all his ways. And thou, Joseph, my son, forgive, I pray thee, the wrongs of thy brethren, and all their misdeeds and the injury that they heaped upon thee. For give me a second right quick. Hold on, give me a second. Y'all come on, let's go check outside right quick. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Had to go check something out. And thou, verse 17, and thou, Joseph, my son, forgive, I pray thee, the wrongs of thy brethren and all their misdeeds and the injury that they heaped upon thee. For God intended it for thine and thy children's benefit. And, O my son, leave not thy brethren to the inhabitants of Egypt, neither hurt their feelings. For behold, I consign them to the hand of God, and in the hand to guard them, and in thy hand to guard them from the Egyptians. And the sons of Egypt, and the sons of Jacob answered their father, saying, O our father, all that thou hast commanded us, so we will do. May God only be with us. And Jacob said unto his sons, so may God be with you when you keep all his ways. Turn not from his ways either to the right or left in performing what is good and upright in his sight. For I know that many and grievous troubles will befall you in the latter days in the land. Yea, your children and your children's children only serve the Lord, and he will save you from all trouble. He knew it was up. And it shall come to pass, when you shall go after God to serve him, and will teach your children after you and your children's children to know the Lord, then will the Lord raise up unto you and your children a servant from amongst your children, and the Lord will deliver you through his hand from all affliction, and bring you out of Egypt, and bring you back to the land of your fathers to inherit it securely. And Jacob ceased commanding his sons, and he drew his feet into the bed, and he died, and was gathered to his people. And Joseph fell upon his father, and he cried out and wept over him, and he kissed him, and he called out in a bitter voice, and he said, "Oh, my father, my father." And his sons' wives and all his household came and fell upon Jacob, and they wept over him, and cried in a very loud voice concerning Jacob. And all the sons of Jacob rose up together, and they tore their garments, and they all put sackcloth upon their loins, and they fell upon their faces, and they cast dust upon their heads towards the heaven. And the thing was told to Osnath, Joseph's wife, and she rose up and put on sackcloth, and she with all the Egyptian women with her came and mourned and wept for Jacob. And also all the people of Egypt who knew Jacob came all on that day when they heard this thing, and all Egypt wept for many days. And also from the land of Canaan did the women come unto Egypt when they heard that Jacob was dead, and they wept for him in Egypt for 70 days. Oh man, how many of us got that many people like that that's gonna cry for us when we die? You know, we lucky. Some of us lucky we got one or two who really, who really was down for us, who really felt that type of love for us, admiration for us, respect for us, to mourn over us. People don't really do stuff like that. 70 days, mourned over him for 70 days. And it came to pass after this that Joseph commanded his servants, the doctors, to embalm him, his father, with myrrh and frankincense and all manner of incense and perfume. And the doctors embalmed Jacob as Joseph had commanded them. And all the people of Egypt and the elders and all the inhabitants of the land of Goshen wept and mourned over Jacob. And all his sons and the children of his household lamented and mourned over their father Jacob many days. And after the days of his weeping had passed away, at the end of the 70 days, Joseph said unto Pharaoh, I will go up and bury my father in the land of Canaan as he had made me swear, and then I will return. And Pharaoh sent Joseph, saying, Go up and bury thy father as he said, and as he made thee swear. And Joseph rose up with all his brethren to go to the land of Canaan, to bury their father Jacob as he had commanded them. And Pharaoh commanded that it should be proclaimed throughout Egypt, saying, Whoever goeth not up with Joseph and his brethren to the land of Canaan to bury Jacob shall die. And all Egypt heard the Pharaoh's proclamation, and they all rose up together, and all the servants of Pharaoh, and the elders of his house, and all the sons of Jacob carried the bier upon which he lay, according to all that their father commanded them. So did his sons unto him. And the bier was of pure gold, and it was inlaid round about with onyx stones and bdellium. And the covering of the bier was gold woven work, joined with threads, and over them were hooks of onyx stones and bdellium. And Joseph placed upon the head of his father Jacob a large golden crown. He put a golden scepter in his hand, and they surrounded the bier as was the custom of kings during their lives. And all the troops of Egypt went before him in this array. At first, all the mighty men of Pharaoh and the mighty men of Joseph, and after them the rest of the inhabitants of Egypt. And they were all girded with swords and equipped with coats of mail, and the trappings of war were upon them. And all the weepers and mourners went at the distance opposite to the bier, going and weeping and lamenting, and the rest of the people went after the bier. And Joseph and his household went together near the bier, barefooted and weeping. And the rest of Joseph's servants went around him. Each man had his ornament upon him, and they were all armed with their weapons of war. And 50 of Jacob's servants went in front of the bier, and they strewed along the road myrrh and aloes, and all manners of perfume. And all the sons of Jacob that carried the bier walked upon the perfumery, and the servants of Jacob went before them, strewing every day until they reached the land of Canaan. And just think about how much aloe and myrrh and perfumes they had to have, man. The amount would be outrageous today. It would be an outrageous amount. And Joseph went up with a heavy camp, and they did this after this manner every day until they reached the land of Canaan. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which was on the other side of Jordan. And they mourned an exceeding great and heavy mourning in their place. And all the kings of Canaan heard of this, and they all went forth, each man from his house, 31 kings of Canaan. And they all came with their men to mourn and weep over Jacob. And all these kings beheld Jacob's bier, and behold, Joseph's crown was upon it. And they also put their crowns upon the bier, and encircled it with crowns. And all these kings made in that place a great and heavy mourning with the sons of Jacob in Egypt over Jacob. And for all the kings of Canaan knew the valor of Jacob and his sons. And the report reached Esau, saying, Jacob died in Egypt, and his sons and all Egypt are conveying him to the land of Canaan to bury him. And Esau heard this thing, and he was dwelling in Mount Seir, and he rose up with his sons and all his people and all his household, a people exceedingly great. And they came to mourn and weep over Jacob. And it came to pass, when Esau came, he mourned for his brother Jacob. And all Egypt and all Canaan again rose up and mourned a great mourning with hindrance in the cave, saying, Jacob shall not be buried therein, for it belongeth to us and to our father. And Joseph and his brethren heard the words of Esau's sons, and they were exceedingly wroth. And Joseph approached unto Esau, saying, what is this thing which they have spoken after the death of Isaac? Now of Canaan he bought from thee, and from thy sons and thy seed after thee. And Jacob bought it for his sons and his seed after him for an inheritance forever. And why speakest thou these things this day? Here come the humbug. Here come the humbug. And Esau answered, saying, thou speakest falsely and utterest lies. For I sold not anything belonging to me in all this land, as thou sayest. Neither did my brother Jacob buy aught belonging to me in this land. And Esau spoke these things in order to deceive Joseph with his words. For Esau knew that Joseph was not present. And Esau answered, saying unto him, bring the record. All that thou wilt find in the record, so will we do. And Joseph called unto Naphtali his brother, and he said, hasten quickly, stay not, and run, I pray thee, to Egypt. He told that boy to run back to Egypt. Oh, run to Egypt. Naphtali was already running on top of the corn, and he didn't even break the stalks. So that boy was like the Flash. He told Naphtali to run. Hasten quickly, stay not, and run, I pray thee, to Egypt, and bring all the records, the record of purchase, the sealed record, and the open record, and also all the first records in which all the transactions of the birthright are written. Fetch thou, and thou shalt bring them unto us hither, that we may know from them all the words of Esau and his sons, which they spoke this day. And Naphtali hearkened to the voice of Joseph, and he hastened and ran to go down to Egypt. And Naphtali was lighter on foot than any of the stags that were upon the wilderness, for he would go upon ears of corn without crushing them. That boy was crouching tiger, hidden dragon on them boys. And when Esau saw that Naphtali had gone to fetch the records, he and his sons increased their resistance against the cave. And Esau and his people rose up against Joseph and his brethren to battle. And all the sons of Jacob and the people of Egypt fought with Esau and his men. And the sons of Esau and his people were smitten before the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob slew all of Esau's people, 40 men. And Cushan, the son of Dan, the son of Jacob, was at that time with Jacob's sons. But he was about 100 cubits distance from the place of battle, for he remained with the children of Jacob's sons by Jacob's byre to guard it. And Cushan was dumb. Do you not bury the dead? And what is this great consternation? And they answered him with the words of Esau and his sons. And he ran to Esau in the midst of the battle, and he slew Esau with the sword. Put it back where it goes, son. You take a book, you replace it, you put the book back where you got it from. Put it back correctly. Wrong way. It's upside down. Yes, sir. You got it. You got it. Come on. Hold on. Put it in there. There you go. That the deaf and dumb brother, Cushan, slew Esau with the sword, and he cut off his head, and it sprang to a distance, and Esau fell amongst the people in battle. And when Cushan did this thing, the sons of Jacob prevailed over the sons of Esau, and the sons of Jacob buried their father Jacob by force in the cave, and the sons of Esau beheld it. And Jacob was buried in Hebron, in the cave of Machpelah, which Abraham had bought from the sons of Heth for a possession of a burial place. And he was buried in very costly garments. And no king has such honor paid him as Joseph paid unto his father at his death. For he buried him with great honor, like unto the burial of kings. And Joseph and his brethren made mourning 7 days for their father. Chapter 57. Zepho makes war. This will be the last chapter today.
Are you done, Daddy?
Almost. This will be the last chapter. Yes, sir. The last chapter today. It's an alligator. And it was after this that the sons of Esau waged war with the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Esau fought with the sons of Jacob in Hebron. And Esau was still lying dead and not buried. And the battle was heavy between them. And the sons of Esau were smitten before the sons of Jacob. And the sons of Jacob slew of the sons of Esau 80 men, and not one dead of the people of the sons of Jacob. And the hand of Joseph prevailed over all the people of the sons of Esau. And he took Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and 50 of his men captive. And he bound them with chains of iron and gave them into the hands of his servants to bring them to Egypt. And it came to pass, when the sons of Jacob had taken Zepho and his people captive, all those that remained were greatly afraid of their lives for the house of Esau. That book doesn't go like that, son. Turn it upright. Man, never mind. Matter of fact, I'll fix it. Daddy will fix it later, all right? All right, thank you. Thank you for trying. And it came to pass, when the sons of Jacob had taken Zepho and his people captive, all those that remained were greatly afraid of their lives from the house of Esau, lest they should also be taken captive. And they all fled with Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and his people, with Esau's body. And they went on their road to Mount Seir. And they came unto Mount Seir, and they buried Esau in Seir. But they had not brought his head with them to Seir, for it was buried in that place where the battle had been in Hebron. And it came to pass, when the sons of Esau had fled from before the sons of Jacob pursued them unto the borders of Seir. But they did not slay a single man from amongst them when they pursued them, for Esau's body, which they carried with them, excited their confusion. So they fled. And the sons of Jacob turned back from them and came up to the place where their brethren were in Hebron. And they remained there on that day and on the next day until they rested from the battle. Do not tear my pages. Do you understand me, son? Don't tear the pages of my books. And it came to pass on the third day, they assembled all the sons of Seir the Horites, and they assembled all the children of the east, a multitude of people like the sand of the sea. And they went and came down to Egypt. Jacob heard that the sons of Esau and the children of the east had come upon them to battle in order to deliver their brethren. And Joseph and his brethren and the strong men of Egypt went forth and fought in the city of Ramses. And Joseph and his brethren dealt out a tremendous blow against the sons of Esau and the children of the east. And they slew of them 600,000 men. Man. And they slew of them 600,000 men. And they slew amongst them all the mighty men of the children of Seir the Horites. There were only a few of them left. And they slew also the great many of the children of the east, and the children of Esau, and Eliphaz, the son of Esau, and the children of the east, all fled before Joseph and his brethren. And Joseph and his brethren pursued them until they came unto Succoth. And they yet slew of them in Succoth 30 men. And the rest escaped, and they fled each to his city. And Joseph and his brethren and the mighty men of Egypt turned back from them with joy and cheerfulness of heart, for they had smitten all their enemies. And Zepho, the son of Eliphaz, and his men were still slaves in Egypt to the sons of Jacob, and their pains increased. And when the sons of Esau and the sons of Seir returned to their land, the sons of Seir saw that they had all fallen into the hands of the sons of Jacob and the people of Egypt on account of the battle of the sons of Esau. Be careful with my stuff, son. I know. Good job. I heard you counting. You counted very well. Mhm. And therefore, now therefore, go forth from our land. Go from us to the land of Canaan, to the land of the dwelling of your fathers. Wherefore shall your children inherit the effects of your children in latter days. And the children of Esau would not listen to the children of Seir, and the children of Seir considered to make war with them. And the children of Esau sent secretly to Angeas, king of Africa. The same is Dinhaba, Dinhaba, saying, send to us some of thy men, and let them come unto us, and we will fight together with the children of Seir the Horite, for they have resolved to fight with us to drive us away from the land. And Angeas, king of the Heba, sent 500 valiant infantry to the children of Esau, and 800 cavalry. And the children of Seir sent unto the children of the east, and unto the children of Midian, saying, you have seen what the children of Esau have done unto us, upon whose account we are almost all destroyed in their battle with the sons of Jacob. Now therefore come unto us and assist us, and we will fight them together, and we will drive them from the land, and be avenged of the cause of our brethren who died for their sakes in their battle with their brethren, the sons of Jacob. And all the children of the east listened to the children of Seir, and they came unto them about 800 men with drawn swords. And the children of Esau fought with the children of Seir at that time in the wilderness of Paran. Are you supposed to be messing with my stuff, son? Get your behind down from there. Get your behind down. You didn't ask to touch anything. Move. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that. Fix your face. Fix your face. You shouldn't have messed with anything. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to ask. Did you ask to use that? No, you did not. No, sir. You did not ask. You did not ask to touch my things. You have to ask, and then you wait for a yes or no answer. Dry it up. Dry it up. Because you're in the wrong. Come here. You're in the wrong, son. You're in the wrong. You need to ask. You did not ask. And when you ask, look at me. You have to wait for a yes, son. You're in the wrong. You need to ask. You did not ask. And when you ask, look at me. You have to wait for a yes. Deep breaths. In and out. Deep breaths. Come on. Deep breaths. In and out. You don't touch things that don't belong to you, son. You ask. All right? You have to ask. Because you could have fell off of there and hurt yourself. And daddy doesn't want you to hurt yourself. So take your time. Calm down. Next time, ask. But no, sir, right now, you cannot play with that drum. You understand me? Yes, sir. All right. And the children of Seir prevailed then over the sons of Esau. And the children of Seir slew on that day the children of Esau in that battle about 200 men of the people of Angeas, king of Dinhaba. And on the second day, the children of Esau came again to fight the second time with the children of Seir. And the battle was sore upon the children of Esau the second time. And it troubled them greatly on account of the children of Seir. And when the children of Seir saw that the children of Seir, when the children of Esau saw that the children of Seir were more powerful than they were, some men of the children of Esau turned and assisted the children of Seir, their enemies. And they fell yet of the people of the children of Esau in the second battle, 58 men of the people of Angus, king of Dahaba. And on the third day, the children of Esau heard that some of their brethren had turned from them to fight against them in the second battle. And the children of Esau mourned when they heard this thing. And they said, what shall we do unto our brethren who turned from us to assist the children of Seir, our enemies? And the children of Esau again sent to Angus, king of Dahaba, saying, send unto us again other men, that with them we might fight with the children of Seir, for they have already twice been heavier than we were. And Angus again sent to the children of Esau about 600 valiant men, and they came to assist the children of Esau. And in 10 days' time, the children of Esau again waged war with the children of Seir in the wilderness of Paran. And the battle was very severe upon the children of Seir. And the children of Esau prevailed at this time over the children of Seir. And the children of Seir were smitten before the children of Esau. And the children of Esau slew from them about 2,000 men. And all the mighty men of the children of Seir died in this battle. And there only remained their young children that were left in their cities. And all Midian and the children of the east betook themselves to flight from the battle. And they left the children of Seir and fled when they saw that the battle was severe upon them. And the children of Esau pursued all the children of the east until they reached the land. Hey, give me a second. Let me go check on my food right quick. Hold on. Let me go. And the children of Esau slew yet of them about 250 men from the people of the children of Esau. There fell in that battle about 30 men. But this evil came upon them through their brethren, turning from them to assist the children of Seir the Horite. And the children of Esau again heard of the evil doings of their brethren. And they again mourned on the account of this thing. And it came to pass after this battle, the children of Esau turned back and came home unto Seir. And the children of Esau slew those who had remained in the land of the children of Seir. They slew also their wives and little ones. They left not a soul alive except 50 young lads and damsels. Yes, sir. I just checked on it, son. Whom they suffered to live. And the children of Esau did not put them to death. And the lads became their slaves. And the damsels they took for wives. And the children of Esau dwelt in Seir in the place of the children of Seir. And they inherited their land and took possession of it. And the children of Esau took all belonging in the land of the children of Seir, also their flocks, their bullocks, their goods, and all belonging to the children of Seir did the children of Esau take. And the children of Esau dwelt in Seir in the place of the children of Seir until this day. And the children of Esau divided the land into divisions to the 5 sons of Esau according to their families. And it came to pass in those days that the children of Esau resolved to crown a king over them in the land of which they became possessed. And they said to each other, not so, for he shall reign over us in our land, and we shall be under his counsel, and he shall fight our battles against our enemies. And they did so. And all the children of Esau swore, saying that none of their brethren should ever reign over them, but a strange man who is not of their brother. For the souls of all the children of Esau were embittered, every man against his son, brother, and friend, on account of the evil they sustained from their brethren when they fought with the children of Seir. 22:58 a.m. Bela given Edom. Therefore, the sons of Esau swore, saying, from that day forward, they would not choose a king from their brethren, but one from a strange land unto this day. And there was a man there from the people of Angias, king of Dinhaba. His name was Bela, the son of Beor, who was a very valiant man, beautiful and comely and wise in all wisdom, and a man of sense and counsel. And there was none of the people of Angus like unto him. And all the children of Esau had took him and anointed him, and they crowned him for a king. Bless you, son. And they bowed down to him, and they said unto him, may the king live, may the king live. And they spread out the sheep, may the king live, may the king live. And they spread out the sheep, and they brought him each man earrings of gold and silver, or rings or bracelets. And they made him a very rich in silver and gold, in onyx stones and bdellium. And they made him a royal throne, and they placed a regal crown upon his head. And they built a palace for him, and he dwelt therein. And he became king over all the children of Esau. And the people of Angus took their hire for their battle from the children of Esau. And they went and returned to that time to their master in Dinhaba. And Bela reigned over the children of Esau 30 years. And the children of Esau dwelt in the land instead of the children of Seir. And they dwelt securely in their stead unto this day. That was chapter 57. Yes, sir. I am done reading, son. I am done reading. Oh, Lord, I'm done reading. Y'all so happy I'm finished reading. Y'all should want me to read some more. You should want me to read more.
We got still more pages.
We still have some more pages. Yes, sir. We still have the rest of the book to read. I am done reading for today. That is today's edition of Reading with Shilo. We read chapters 50, 55 through 55 through 57 of the ancient book of Jasher, as referenced in Joshua 10 and 18. Hold on, son. 10 and 18, 10 and 13, 2 Samuel 1 and 18, and 2 Timothy 3 and 8. So we'll come back next time.
Are you reading tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, maybe. Tomorrow night. Yes, sir. Tomorrow night we all sleep. So we'll come back next time with chapter 58. Edomite wars continues. The Edomite war continues. You know, I hope that it was something that y'all got from today's reading. Man, we are almost through with this book. We are moving right along. We are almost through with this book. Man, I'm glad you two held up for me today. Oh, Lord, it did its thing. It did its thing for me. So I'm happy about that. That the people on YouTube were able to hear the reading. And hopefully we can continue. Hey, y'all go get ready. Y'all go in the kitchen. So I hope that there's something that y'all could take from this, something that y'all could use to learn and grow from. Apply to your life, maybe. You know, think about backstabbing people, lying on people. Because you're going to get your issue. You're going to end up getting your issue. It's going to come to you, baby. You know, so don't be like Esau. Don't be like Esau, who tried to lie on his brother Jacob to say that he didn't sell the land. You know, look what happened to him. His people, a lot of his people was killed. A lot of his people was killed in multiple battles. Battles with the children of Jacob, battles with the men of Seir, the Horite. But even though they prevailed in the end over Seir, they still lost a lot of people. And even in those battles, the people still turned on. They turned on their own people. You know, so it just go to show you that, you know, man, that man, Esau people is not to be trusted. Oh, man, they cannot be trusted, man. They will You know, it shows the history of how he has went back on every what's the word I'm looking for, on every agreement, even though that's not the word, but it means the same thing, on every agreement that he's made. Whoever Esau is, whatever agreement that he has made, man, he has turned his back on that thing. He is double crossed at all times. So he is to be watched. You know, prove a friend. Be not hasty to credit them. But you know, I'm glad we got through it, and we're going to continue getting through it. We're definitely over halfway through the book. This is all we have left. This is all we have left. This is what we have read. I'm proud of myself. But until next time, man, I hope y'all have hey, calm down. Until next time, I hope y'all have a wonderful Sabbath that's coming in. We'll get back with y'all on the next time. We're reading with Shilo. I'm Shilo, and this Shilo, man. Shilo out, man. Till next time. DJ out. Man out. All right. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. I hope y'all have a nice night. Be careful, son.